Man, I really gotta stream out a time slot more often. Y'all fucking really like the Wednesday time slot. Like, even before we got the Small Ant raid last week, we had like a really good viewer turnout. I don't know, could just be coinky dink. But regardless, hi friends, happy Wednesday. It is my deep regret to inform you that I won't be able to stream basically at all this week. Thank you for the subscription, Leica, much obliged. Hi, Izzy Whooper Stan. Okay, let me go down the thing. Hi, Pyo. Also, I would like to apologize for the double ping. That's like the second time I've done it in like a couple of weeks. I'm very embarrassed about it. So yeah, sorry about the double ping. That was my bad. Okay. Hi, Volt Flare. Hi, Watermelon. Hello, Tortel. Hello, Leica. That sweater is so cute. Thank you. It also doesn't go down very far, so if I stand up too much, basically you see everything below my belly button, so we're going to avoid that future. Did I just like angle the fan poorly? I feel like I must have angled the fan poorly, because I'm feeling literally none of it. One second, chat. I need to move the fucking fan. Moderate improvement. I am wearing my ring today. Hello, my wife. But yeah, no, thank you. I like the sweater. We're now, like, returning to cold months, so soon you'll start seeing me wear beanies all the time again, and, like, my big fucking bunny hat. But yeah, so today I'll admit, I was only able to really calc out one fight between last stream and this stream, because the second fight we have to do today is kind of impossible to calc because every Pokemon on that team knows a move to put you to sleep. And it's a true double battle. Well, correction, there's one Pokemon that doesn't know a sleep move, and it's Corviknight, with both Light Screen and Reflect. Why is my phone buzzing? Oop, hold on, I gotta take a cute photo. I gotta take a cute photo for my girlfriend. Okay, you soon. Truly though. And it's like, I don't think the fights, according to friend of the channel, Nintenute, it's not that difficult of a fight, but it's just one of those lines you kind of can't really calc. You kind of just need to play it by ear. After you like get past the opening phase, kind of like discharge doubles. So we're gonna do our best. But with all that being said, let's dive into the video game. Because we can at least do that first fight. So let me confirm. We need Arcanine. Also, this first fight is low-key kind of scary. Because we might get blowed up on by a Gourgeist. Okay, so we need Arcanine, we need Torterra, we need Lucario! Wario! Sorry. Also, it's funny, I just realized that my Roserade and my Lucario are kind of foils, where it's like, they both have perfect speed, they're both very offensive Pokemon. Roserade is a special tank with a really good IV. Lucario's kind of a physical tank with a really good IV. Lucario has a minus special attack nature with a plus defense nature. Roserade has a minus physical attack but a plus special defense nature. I just think, and they're both one scale heroes. They just need a heart scale in their main stat and then they're so good. Stretching definitions of tank, go for it. Be nice to me. I just think it's funny that they got bulk. Like, Roserade is actually a special tank, shockingly. But yeah, no, Lucario just has a defense boosting nature with high defense. Okay. Rose. Togedemaru. And then I think we're bringing Hitmonchan as the 6th. Yeah, we are. Okay, this line is kind of fuzzy. As you can see, I had to calc the alternate timeline version of it because it's also a Trick Room fight. Lucario has one weird trick they don't want you to know about. It's called being Steel type. Real, though. Okay. So we need to grab... Hi, Talon. Grab Hamilton. We need... Get rid of Nomo. Grab Torterra. Grab Lucario. Get Roserade. Get Togedemaru. Please acknowledge me, streamer or I'll die. What'd you say? Talus core, that's so Talus. Oh, the highly offensive, femme fatale, the ranged special attacker, and, their bulky physical attacking king. That being said, on Talon, we are actually going to need to replace Iron Tail with Ice Punch. The thing is, we're probably not going to use Iron Tail too much because it's inaccurate, and I don't like the inconsistency that comes with that. Imagine not denying Trick Room. Against Gourgeist, it's pretty much impossible turn one. It's simply too bulky for anything on my team to Oko. But we are able to play around it for the most part. The main thing is just making sure we don't accidentally buff contrary Lurantis to High Heaven. Which is why we have a very specific line set up, specifically killing it with Pokemon that resist both grass and fighting type moves. Just be slower. I have the slowest possible Torterra, and it is not slower than these fucking Pokemon. Wait, I shouldn't be in here. Lucario Roserade Foil is so Talus. Yes, you're not wrong. Okay. So... God, I don't think Lucario can learn some of these moves, but I do kind of want to look at them really quickly. Just because, like... Lucario can learn Poison Jab. Maisie can learn Poison Jab? Who gave Maisie Poison? I'm pretty sure it's like the only Torkoal... It's like only Torkoal that can be slower than Avalugg. That makes sense. I trust her with Poison. I know you do, Kessel. Also, okay, can Lucario learn Fire Punch then? I wonder. Okay, I didn't think so. It's weird. Lucario can learn Ice Punch and Thunder Punch, but not Fire Punch. And I think there's like literally only 2 Pokemon that can learn Shadow Punch from this guy. Yeah, it's like exclusively like Haunter and Gengar. Yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind. We can give Lucario Poison Jab. Ooh. Poisons are good, but put poisons in mouth. Pyo, don't do that. Okay, so we are going to teach Ice Punch to Talon. So, we like Bullet Punch, it's perfectly accurate, and it's a priority move. We like Vacuum Wave because it's a priority move and specially offensive. We like Aura Sphere, it's our best special move and it never misses. We're getting rid of Iron Tail because it's kind of inconsistent, and we just don't want to have to like take the risk on that. So that's going to be our flex slot until we get Meteor Mash. Okay, so now we need to take Nevermelt Ice off of Kethri, give Nevermelt Ice to Rose. We want to give Hamilton the Wise Glasses. Silly as that sounds. This is so that way it doesn't do too much damage with Rock Slide, but does do enough damage with Flamethrower. Okay, we give Talon Chesto Berry. And then I guess we don't need to give anything to Maisie. We give Kethri the Muscle Band. Oop. Hey babe. Oh, ooh, Turtle, do you want to bring down the sword on top of that cheap viewers on? Get him, Turtle. Smite them. Cut them down with your holy blade. Holy Blades of Light attack. Dazzling Gleam, Psychic Giga Drain, Synthesis, yeah.
Turtle. Yeah.
Spit poison on it. Okay, Maisie. We're just gonna give an Oran Berry. And same for Turtle. Resheath sword. The moment go to picture-in-picture to send a clip! Resheath sword. Okay. Send command Turtle execute. Okay. Just gonna do checks. Hamilton has the Wise Glasses, Turtle has an Oran Berry, Lucario has a Chesto Berry, Roserade has Never Melt Ice, Togedemaru has an Oran Berry, and Kethri has a Muscle Band. Okay. Wife, do you think the coffee's good? You're... Okay. Turtle reverse soup! Oh my god. Turtle, I still see you, like, with soup icon half the time these days. Do you just, like, dynamically switch between the two of them? Or is that just completely incidental? The big boy. He doesn't want to face the camera today.
He's shy, my babe.
Son boy. Love him. Love my son. Was that an angel? Even better. Okay. Just making sure. Arcanine, Torterra, Lucario, Roserade, Togedemaru, and then in the Hell line, well, not the Hell line, in the line where things go a little different than predicted, we have Hitmonchan. Okay. Everyone's in the right order. I wonder. Yeah, he is a trainer. God damn it. I'm like, nope, can't sneak past these two. Alright. Boom, gourd. Just have surf already, I know, right? Alright, say hello to Aroma Lady Daisy. She's got a lot of gourd. So, this Gourgeist knows Trick Room Explosion, Shadow Claw Seed Bomb. Its ability is Insomnia, and it has a Lumberry. It is always going to get up Trick Room. We do not have a Pokemon that can one-hit KO this thing. The way Explosion AI works is typically, as long as it is above 50% of its max HP, it only, or I think it might be 66%. One or the other. Either way, we've planned around doing not enough damage. It's 66%. Okay. Hey, HVV. How you doing, Hannah? So, no matter what, Gourgeist is going to set up Trick Room turn 1, unless it decides to explode turn 1. Entirely possible. That being said, Hamilton survives every crit explosion but 2. So realistically, a lot needs to go wrong for us to die to Gourgeist here. And also, there's a chance we flinch Gourgeist with Rock Slide, and then we don't even have to deal with Trick Room. We are using Rock Slide to get its HP low enough. Okay, set up Trick Room. So this is turn 1 of Trick Room. There are now 4 turns remaining. It is going to outspeed us. Because it is over 66% HP, there's only a 1 in 20 that it goes for Explosion. But you don't have a line for that? I do have a line for that. High roll crit explosion incoming. Thanks, chat. We now KO it with Flamethrower. Ideally, it goes for Seed Bomb. Went for Seed Bomb. Okay. Yeah, no, we specifically gave Hamilton Wise Glasses instead of Hardstone to make sure that we didn't accidentally knock it below 66% with Rock Slide. Okay. Next should come... Okay, it is Lurantis and not Executor. This is why I calced 2 versions of this line. Okay, we are at 3 turns remaining. We are going to swap to Roserade. Against Arcanine, Lurantis is going to want to use Superpower. It's a pretty big boost to its stats. Because it has Contrary. So we are going to shift to Roserade. Leaf Storm. Okay, that wasn't expected. That's kind of okay, actually. Leaf Storm does less damage than Superpower. Yeah, that's actually really fine. Okay. So, we swap to Rose. We now use Hidden Power Ice. Now it goes for Superpower. Wait, why is it going for Superpower and not Facade? Oh, because it always sees them as buff moves. Okay. Okay, now the line's a little scary, actually. I didn't consider that because of Contrary, it sees all of its moves as always being buffs. Okay. Okay. There is 1 turn of Trick Room remaining. There's documentation of the AI doc for Contrary. Of course there is. Okay. So the thing is, how much does crit superpower do? There is only a single roll where crit superpower kills us. Normally we were supposed to switch to Hitmonchan. We do kind of just have to tank this. Hidden Power Ice. Okay, good. Leaf Storm does way less damage. Leaf Storm can't kill. Well, lucky me. Thank you, setup AI. Yeah, I know. I suppose that's nice. Even though it's a hell line that's impossible to predict, it does mean that it can just use moves that are bad for it for no reason. And now we are back to normal speed. Out comes Florigis. Okay, this part's easy. Florigis is here. Against Roserade, it's going to go for Psychic. We are going to swap to Maisie. Maisie 2-hit KOs this thing with Smart Strike. Okay. We outspeed, we use Fake Out, because it has leftovers, so we want to make sure we get in as much damage as possible. Ooh, that coffee's hot. Okay, it's probably going to go for Dazzling Gleam. We're going to use Smart Strike. It's probably, I don't even think it can go for Synthesis, and either way we outspeed and KO with Smart Strike. So AI gets... No, this is about where we're at. If anything, this is actually kind of better because we didn't need to use Hitmonchan, so that's an option in case things get crazy with Executor. Because, like... maybe not. Okay. Out comes Executor. It has Wood Hammer, Dragon Hammer, Trick Room, Sleep Powder. It's gonna go for Trick Room. This thing has a Citrus Berry and Harvest, so there is in theory a world where this line gets kind of hairy if we get really bad Sleep Harvest RNG. We are going to swap to Talon. It's probably going to set up Trick Room this turn. Sets up Trick Room. We are now slower than it, but we have a priority move. Ice Punch has a chance to one-hit KO, but it's not guaranteed. If it doesn't go for Sleep Powder this turn, we're fine. Okay, good. Because now if it Sleep Powders us next turn, our Chesto Berry saves us. Cool, okay. Huh, that was a little spooky. Welcome to the battlefield, Talon. Baby's first fight. I don't want to do the next one. Chad, I don't want to do the next fight. It's mean. It's a really mean fight. You gotta, I know I gotta. A nerve isn't real. What do you mean? Oh, because of Chesto. Because of a nerve hypnosis, or hypno. Just spooky the first time? Okay. I assume the strat is equip all of my Pokemon with Chesto Berry, KO Corvisquire, figure it out from there. Because I can turn one KO, outspeed KO Corvisquire, before it can set up screens. Because, yeah, no, Nintendo said the same thing, where it's like, the fight isn't really that bad, but it feels that bad. Not Chesto's. This fight is tutorial for... okay. You just want to pre-burn a bunch of special attackers. Because I know I can do that with Roserade. I can, in theory, do it with Lucario. I suppose I just bring Chesto's on my Corvisquire killer. I do think it's really funny that this is the tutorial for pre-burns when I've been doing pre-burns for fucking, like, since after Roxanne, I'd say. I love that you have this little army of Run-and-Bun veterans. It's so cute. No, I love that I've, like, accidentally stumbled upon a little community of, like, baby streamers who are all running the same game. Okay, so I'm gonna mute that. I'm gonna get us our background noise going. I expanded the stream background playlist a little bit. Ooh, you're loud. Namely, just I actually went through all of Super Mystery Dungeon and grabbed more of its music because it's got a really good OST. Okay. Veteran is a bold word for me. Hey, compared to me, also, like, Hannah's a certified Run and Bun veteran. Girls on New Game Plus. There's lots of chances to use pre-status before this fight, but this fight is a massive difference in difficulty risk between using it or not. That makes sense. That's true, because, like, I suppose Hypno literally can't do anything to you if you're already asleep. It's just, like, I guess Gengar's out here to punish you for pre-statusing with Hex. But as long as you don't fight Gengar, like, you don't use pre-burn on the Pokemon you open with, you're kind of fine. Because, yeah, Fake Out, Flail, only move here is Ice Beam. Dream Eater, Dark Void, Nightmare. Yeah, Hypno literally can't even hit you. Okay. So. Twins, Amy, and, not Live, it's Live. Opens Gang and Corv. If you can chain kill Gengar into Jinx, this fight is super simple, otherwise it might be a little more involved. Okay, so kill... It's actually pretty easy, because I think Maisie is able to one-shot Jinx. Yeah, Smart Strike. To be fair, like... But we can't outspeed it. Mach Punch does a lot, but not enough. But still, though, Maisie takes all of its hits really well. Get a color coding on. Because, yeah. No Dark Stab makes that tough. Yeah, no, we don't have a Dark type. We lost our only Dark type during Cycling Road Rival. I'm also wondering if it's worth it to delay Flygon for Boom Burst. Like, I'm already delaying Flygon for First Impression after Norman, but I'm wondering if I wait to get Boom Burst on, like, Vibrava. So, dumb question. If I send in Talonflame, and Talonflame uses me first on Gengar using Hex, targeting my Pokemon that is already burned, me first doesn't get the Hex burn, does it? Or like the Hex damage boost, right? Flygon's moveset is already pre-crowded, even if you have access to Boom Burst, IDK if you use it. Okay, good to know. I just noticed that it was like the one move that Vibrava got that Flygon didn't, so I was curious if it was worth it. Okay, I'm trying to remember what we have for doubling into Corvisquire really easy. Arcanine, why do we have you equipped with a Chesto Berry? Right. Because, yeah, I think Arcanine and Maisie, by their powers combined, Zing Zap does 40%, Flamethrower does 57%. What was the Hexed question? So Talonflame uses me first. It takes the opponent's move, uses it first, gets a 50% power boost. If I'm burned, and Gengar uses Hex on me, I don't also get that, like, the double damage for targeting a burned Pokemon, do I? Like, that'd be really funny, but that's not how it works, right? Because, like, +1 special attack Hex does a bit, but not as much as Acrobatics. Talon can't be pre-burned anyway. No, but it could be pre-poisoned. But yeah, no, you're right. Just thought it was interesting tech possibilities. Okay. Because I don't think I have special attackers that can 2-hit KO Corviknight. Yeah, it kind of has to be these two. Because the thing I'm concerned about against Gengar and Corviknight is it's like mostly guaranteed. Arcanine does minimum 80%. Togedemaru only has 2 rolls that don't do 60. So I would need to either get the 60 on Togedemaru or not get the 3... I would need to not get the 3 bottom rolls on Arcanine or not get the 3 bottom rolls on Togedemaru, which are pretty unlikely to get both. Because what? It would be... do this on my phone calculator. So it would be 1 in 8 times 3 in 16. That seems higher than it should be. Hold on. Okay, so it's about a 2.5%, which is actually a lot more than I thought it'd be. Because we could guarantee KO on Corviknight if we gave one of these 2 Pokemon like an item that boosts their damage a bit. I suppose we could, in theory, like, pre-poison one of them. Hex does less damage to Arcanine. So in theory, pre-poisoned Arcanine holding a... I'm holding the Wise Glasses again, actually. Would get the KO with Flamethrower. Or we could give... We could just use Fake Out turn 1 and hope that Gengar doesn't Hypnosis target the same Pokemon twice if we do Chestos. I just don't know about that. Because then we could even, like, turn 1, Togedemaru uses Fake Out on Corvisquire, Arcanine uses Fire Fang, or hell, Rock Slide, actually. Oh, wait. Set it to doubles. Could use Rock Slide. Corvus... Oh, I didn't even realize Corvisquire's unnerve. You're right. Oh, shit. Thanks for catching that. Okay, Chestos won't even proc. How do we even do this, then? Because I don't have a way to, like, quick KO Corviknight without physical attackers. I suppose I could... No, I can't pre-poison Togedemaru, though. And Togedemaru poisoned risks crit kill from Hex. This isn't good. Man, I really wish I had Worry Seed on Roserade right about now. Seed Bomb, Stomping Tantrum. The Electros actually might be able to take Togedemaru's place. I would worry about Arcanine. Oh, but it's slower than a Corviknight, so... Oh, okay, I could turn 1 bait a KO with both Pluck and Hex into a Pokemon, and then, like, swap into Sawsbuck. Okay, yeah, I could do that, and then, use, 2 Flamethrowers to KO Corviknight. And at that point, once Sawsbuck is on the field, it's a thing that's immune to all of Gengar's moves, except for Dream Eater, if Sawsbuck gets Hypnosis. And it does a lot of damage with Feint Attack, too. So... Okay. I would just need to, like... Would never bait in Persian. It would always bait in Jinx. Sawsbuck taking a Pluck. Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's fair. I mean... There's only one, like, crit Pluck that kills it, and it's not taking any damage from Gengar because, immune to Ghost. I could also just honestly do the swap into Togedemaru, take moderate damage from Hex, take low damage from Pluck, and then I could even turn 1 use Rock Slide with Arcanine. Actually, maybe not. I would probably still have to double Flamethrower. Like, Gengar's the devil, man. Eldegoss definitely isn't taking a Pluck. Onyx isn't. Roserade does take it really well, but it doesn't take the Pluck really well. I mean, I can in theory pre-damage Togedemaru so that way it baits, like, always lives Pluck Hex, but then always baits Pluck Hex. And then swap into Sawsbuck. Because, like, Corvisquire dies before, or Corviknight gets dies before it attacks that turn. These bitches. I don't like them. I suppose if I wanted to be funny, I could pre-sleep Sawsbuck so it actually always baits Dream Eater. Because, like... No, I need to have a lot of HP, or I need to be pretty low for that. I need to be pretty low to bait Pluck, too. These motherfuckers are annoying. Artillery tank's pretty good. Does a lot of damage to Gengar. Can be pre-burned. I don't think I'd want to pre-burn Octillery, though, if I'm swapping it into a Hex. Because, like, it's turn 1, Arcanine using Flamethrower into Corviknight. I could... It's like, what dies to Hex and Pluck from the highest HP? I suppose if I pre-burn Roserade, actually, it probably dies to Hex from a pretty high percent, so I can pre-burn it by a lot. Yeah, at that point, I'd only need to drop its HP to 58. Only. Use that to swap into Togedemaru. How does Pre-Sleep Nido do? Ooh, Pre-Sleep Nido. Pre-Sleep Nido does bait Dream Eater pretty easy. Unfortunately, yeah. We would need to be really low HP to also bait Pluck. I see what you mean, though, yeah. Have a Pokemon that dies to Pluck and Hex. Well, it couldn't be Hex. So that's the annoying thing about Pre-Sleep Nido, right? Is that it's like, if Gengar is going for Hex, Pre-Sleep Nido takes a lot of damage from Hex, and would die if crit. I have a random question. Is this running in an emulator so a person could put this on a gaming device and play it? Absolutely. Yeah, you can absolutely get Run and Bun running on like the cartridge and plug it into an analog pocket. It's like, I think a pre-sleeped Sawsbuck. Turn 2. Because, like, Sawsbuck lives every Pluck roll but one on a crit. Doesn't take damage from Hex, then baits Dream Eater. I think that's pretty alright. And then the nice thing is that actually Sawsbuck will take, will bait attacks from Gengar and whatever swaps in behind Corvisquire, which because its HP would probably be, yeah, it'd be Jinx, which Arcanine can one-hit KO with Rock Slide in doubles, which then does splash damage to Gengar. Okay, no, I think we're getting it. All Sawsbuck has to do is live Pluck. Okay, so open with... Yeah, so we need to make sure that Arcanine is in slot 1, so that way we still bait Jinx with slot 2. Open with Arca, and do we do pre-burned Roserade? I think we do pre-burned Roserade, right? Yeah. Pre-burn Rose. Set Rose HP to... Ooh, actually, we might not need Roserade. Hitmonchan actually probably, maybe not. Oh, no, it only has 2 special defense IVs. Oh, yeah, significantly worse special defense. The only issue is, of course, if it's pre-burned, then that means that Hitmonchan can really only be used on the bait turn as opposed to Roserade, who could, in theory, be swapped around. Okay, so... Like, yeah, if you're burned... Oh, yeah, you bait Hex Death from any percent. And Pluck... Okay. Get out of here, Togedemaru. Nobody asked for you to be here. Togedemaru, how well do you take Ice Beam? Pretty dang well. You take Hex pretty dang well, too. 66%, 41%. So if Togedemaru gets double crit, there's a chance. But I suppose if we give Togedemaru a Healing Berry, Hex always hits first. Yeah, no, this is basically just going to be a fight that's filled with, like, baiting KOs and using Arcanine to fight things. So, okay, here's my question, right? I have Sawsbuck. Sawsbuck is slower... Well, I suppose, actually, Persian will only see KO if Sawsbuck... Because, like... Persian outspeeds Sawsbuck, and Sawsbuck shows one-hit KO on Jump Kick. Would Persian swap into Sawsbuck if I got crit and knocked down to an HP where I would get KO'd with Fake Out? I suppose it kind of doesn't matter, actually. Because if Persian comes out to finish off Sawsbuck with Fake Out, I swap to Togedemaru all the same. Yeah, that's fine. Your slow KO doesn't ever prevent their fast KO. So yes, if Pluck crits, it could be Persian in. Okay, good to know. I think that's a thing that's kind of fucked with me a little bit on figuring out Switch AI. And it specifically needs to be a pre-sleeped Sawsbuck. So that way, after dodging Hex, Gengar then goes for Dream Eater. %, lowest roll on Pluck. Do I need to... Oh god, do I need to pre-damage Sawsbuck, though, to guarantee that bait? Because any damage that we take... No, I think we just... hope for the best. Even if you don't have a Sleeping Mon. I do think Newt actually told me about that in DMs a couple of days ago when I first started looking at this fight. Yeah. Thankfully, Jinx both outspeeds Sawsbuck, is ahead of Hypno, and definitely has KO with Ice Beam. Okay. I think we're fine as long as we give Arcanine a Chesto Berry. Because... yeah, I don't know. We need to go down to 44 HP to always see Dream Eater. Pluck minimum does 66. 53, which Gengar sees KO with. Never sees KO if it min rolls. Frustrating. Although, wait. Yeah. So we just need its HP to be low enough to bait Dream Eater. So, if it max rolls Pluck, minus 80, 39. Okay. So 5 HP from max. So most of its ranges do 74 or more. Let's assume it does 72. 47. Ugh. This is kind of awkward. Because I would need to pre-damage Sawsbuck to guarantee that Gengar sees KO with Dream Eater. Because otherwise, it's liable to presumably go for Hypnosis. Or Substitute, honestly. That's the annoying thing, is that Substitute's kind of just always a chance, right? If it doesn't see KO. But if we pre-damage even a little bit, we risk getting KO'd by Pluck. We can pre-damage by 3. Okay, actually, hold on. Because, yeah, Pluck does crit Pluck, 116. Sorry, we can pre-damage by 2. Okay, so if we're at 117, that math might help us a little. This is so fucking stupid. Okay. Pluck sees... Okay, so we're at 117 minus lowest roll of 66. We're dropped to 51. If we are asleep. There are 2 rolls where Gengar sees KO. If we get a middle of the road roll, say 72. 45. To that point, most Dream Eater rolls see kill. There's only 2 that don't. Okay, crit Pluck. There are 3 critical hit rolls, because I think if I pre-damage us to 115, we basically guaranteed bait, and we still live most crit Plucks from Corviknight. Right? Like... I'm not crazy. I think that might be an acceptable degree of risk. Because... let's see. It would be 1, divided by 16 times 3 divided by 16. It would be a little more than a 1% chance. Because if we have 115... and we take the lowest possible roll on pluck, 66. That drops us to 49. Dream Eater does 49. Okay. We're still kind of doomed if we get the worst possible damage roll. Not necessarily, but things get a little weird. At that point, Gengar might even actually just go for Substitute if we show that we have a Pokemon asleep on the field. Control F, Substitute. If a player mon is asleep, additional +2. Okay. If player Pokemon has any sound-based moves, it gets -8. None of those are. None of Arcanine's are. If the player mon is leech seeded and AI mon is faster, weird as hell. Okay. So, assuming Sawsbuck shows sleep, Gengar has a +7 chance to go for Substitute, which isn't awful. We need to figure out how to take care of it eventually, but... God, I love the song so much. Glacier. It's a shame it's so short. Okay. If the player Pokemon can be put to sleep, additional +1. If Sleep Talk +1. If AI or AI's partner has Hex, additional +1. Okay, yeah. So because Gengar has Hex, Hypnosis is also always at +7. Oh, correct. Or correction. That's only 25% of the time does it get the boost. This fight's a nightmare. This thing also has fucking Black Sludge. Because, like, if we can guarantee bait Dream Eater KO. But I don't like the idea of having to, like... Like, okay, if we went all the way down to 111... $68. Sorry, 66. Drop us to 45. At that point, Dream Eater basically always sees KO. It adds 3 more ranges that can kill us. I think we kind of have to go for that. I think pre-sleep Sawsbuck, pre-damage to 111, a crit kills 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little over a third of the time. It goes from being a 1 in 16 to being like, it's probably like a 4% chance. Hold on. Times. It becomes a 2.3% chance. I think I like those odds. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Ooh. Hold on. Sleep. Saws. Set. Saws. HP. To 111. Like, for people who play this game, does this seem like an acceptable risk here? Because I feel like it is, but maybe I'm crazy. Okay. Interesting. It's an acceptable risk if this is your best option, but generally having to risk 1% losses for random fights like this feels really bad. It does, but like, I don't know. Do you feel like I have a better option here? Like, from what you've seen so far? Also, I don't really know. I haven't seen any calcs or exploration on your other mons. Okay. Okay. You know, I do suppose Lucario... Am I stupid? Do we just use Lucario to take Pluck Hex and then bait Hex kill and then swap to the horse? Go from Hitmonchan, it goes for Hex, he goes for Pluck. Han, I think you're right. I think I'm stupid. Or at the very least, lacking in imagination. Oh, Togedemaru also probably, like... Yeah, I think I got too fixated on the tech of no damage Hex. And kind of stopped looking for Pokemon who can just kind of take attacks well and continue baiting. Crit Hex, neutral Pluck, never kill. And can't hold Citrus while Corva's still alive. That's true. It does die to double crit, which is like a little worse than 1 divided by 16 times 0.0625. Well, no, that is less than a 1% chance. It's a tough problem for sure, but yeah, focusing on one solution can lead you down some risky lines. I appreciate the kind of like check your brain. Okay. But yeah, critical hex does a max of 70. If we get crit by hex and pluck, Lucario dies, which would make me very sad. But that's a less than a 1% chance. That's a 0.3% chance. So what, 3 in 1,000? Is that how that works? I don't know. Technically, it's closer to 0.4% chance. I think, yeah. Because then also, I can use Lucario to then swap into Sawsbuck, who then comes in at full HP, baits in Jinx, who sees KO with Ice Beam, and takes no damage from Hex. And at this point, Sawsbuck can be at full HP, and I could have it potentially Feint Attack Gengar, or just swap again, honestly. Because Arcanine always in doubles one-hit KOs Jinx. Because yeah, Jinx would outspeed and go for Ice Beam, so I would need to swap again. But at the very least, yeah, if I do a little bit of pre-damaging, I have the guaranteed bait into like Togedemaru. Then Togedemaru could fake out Jinx. Because at this point, a nerve will be offline, so we can eat berries again. Which means like 3 rock slides is enough to KO Gengar. Okay. And then pre-burned Roserade could be good for Persian. Literally takes no damage from Hypno. Yeah. Because the nice thing is also, if I do something like pre-status Togedemaru to bait Gengar, I could, like, in theory, back and forth. Ooh, that could actually be something. If I pre-sleep Nidoking. Maybe not pre-sleep Nidoking, actually. Because I was thinking, like, oh yeah, swap into a thing that baits Dream Eater. But no, then I would get dump trucked by Hex. Okay. The other nice thing about this line is it's also pretty safe from... Oh, maybe not. Because now I'm thinking about, oh, what happens if we burn Corviknight with Flamethrower? And then it does less damage to Lucario. Well, do you take Pluck? No. If either of those crit, you die. Damn, Walrein, you're bulky as fuck. This is a deeply frustrating encounter. Yeah, I could pre-sleep Sawsbuck. At that point, that baits Dream Eater, baits Ice Beam, swap into Togedemaru. Okay. Maybe I do pre-damage Roserade instead of Hitmonchan. Just that way I have a Pokemon I can use. Can I please stop getting my ass handed to me by grade schoolers? It'd be really cool. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I suppose there is a slight fear if we burn Corviknight with Flamethrower, Pluck might not do enough damage to Lucario to guaranteed bait another Hex. So do we pre-damage? What's the highest roll? Because crit Hex, crit Pluck both always kill, right? So high roll Hex is 85, high roll Pluck is 33. It's 118. Yeah, I can't really do much pre-damage, lest I risk dying to mundane causes. I mean... if Walreen's asleep, it dies to crit. Yeah. So all of you take too much damage. Because Flamethrower is like a 10%, right? Yeah, 10%. Ugh. I hate this Gengar. I hate this Gengar so much. High roll Pluck does 37. High roll crit Hex does 103. Yeah, on a high roll crit Hex, any Pluck range kills. For Talonflame. I really do just need to find that Pokemon that's the perfect middle ground of, like, already takes no damage from Corvisquire, takes a lot of damage from Gengar. Might be Togedemaru. Pre-damaging Togedemaru could probably do it in place of Lucario. It feels bad to always bait kills with Toge, but I'd like to have it for later, ideally. For, like, being able to fight Jinx. Hitmonchan does take Ice Beam pretty good, though. Fake out. Yeah. I'd like to have Togedemaru be the thing that swaps in on the turn that Jinx, like, goes to Ice Beam Sawsbuck. Oh, wait, no, that wouldn't matter, actually, then. Okay, so maybe... Lowest roll hex is 43, so... 117 minus 43, 74. What's the lowest roll? Burned pluck. It's 4 damage. 70. So we need to get down to 43. Or sorry, I need to pre-damage by 70, I think. So, 117 minus 70. No, I have that backwards. That's how I always get KO'd the turn I swap in. Okay, so I need to go down to 47. I'm forgetting how I do my math to, like, calculate HP after getting hit. Hi, Seb. 47. Okay, fucking 47. The lowest possible damage they can do is 47 times 2. Okay, I need to start with 94 HP. How's the night been? You need to be above maximal crits together, but also, yeah, exactly. Which I do think I am. Because crit hex does 78. So hold on, we're setting this to 94. Minus 78 is 16. High roll crit pluck does 15. Literally always lives with 1 HP. Barely. Okay. We use Togedemaru. Turtle, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to bring Maisie to the brink of death. She's cool with it, though. Like, don't worry. Okay. So... Pre-damage Toge to 94. Non-crit pluck, I think, is the thing that matters more than hex. So yeah, we need to... I'm almost wondering, do we pre-poison Hitmonchan instead, so that way we could theoretically bring it in later? This is what Toge does. It's why they're a badass real. Okay, yay. The important part is that Maisie always lives, right? Like, if Maisie always lives, there's no issue. And then Sawsbuck is in. Sawsbuck needs to be pre-sleeped. Debate, Dream Eater, Ice Beam. Lucario, how well do you take Ice Beam? You actually take Ice Beam really well. Okay. Pre-damage Toge to 94. Pre-damage or pre-burn. Pre-burn hit him. damage, hit him to 56. Free sleep saws. Okay. Open with Arcanine and Hitmonchan. Use Flamethrower on Corv. Swap. Hit him with Toge. KO Corv with Flamethrower. Swap Toge with Saws. Swap to Gang and Jinx. Because against Sawsbuck, Gengar will always go for a sleep move. Or won't go for a sleep move. We'll go for Dream Eater. We gotta live Ice Beam, but honestly, we can actually totally get away with pre-burning Lucario. Because most of our moves are special. It'd mean that Bullet Punch wouldn't do anything to Gengar, though. Okay, use our slide. I suppose I also need to make sure that we pre-damage Sawsbuck to where Jinx always sees KO with Ice Beam. Hell, actually, if Sawsbuck is asleep already. Okay, it still doesn't actually. Okay, that's fine. Pre-damage to 104. Pre-damage Saws to 104. Ice types can be frozen, right? Can ice types be frozen? Ice types can be frozen by Tri-Attack. Huh. Pokemon cannot be frozen in her sunlight. In Generation 2, only Tri-Attack is capable of freezing Ice-type Pokemon. In Generation 3, frozen Pokemon, okay, I'm not seeing anything about... Like, I see a note specifically that is... Tri-Attack is capable of freezing ice types, which means that otherwise ice types cannot be frozen, and there is nothing else that says ice types can now be frozen. Okay. Ice-type Pokemon are usually immune to being frozen, except for Tri-Attack in Generation 5. Yeah, okay. It's true that ice is already frozen. I'm just making sure, which is good. That means I think we can use a Walrein with Chesto Berry to potentially help us take care of Gengar. I'm just trying to look at like our Pokemon that are our best options after a certain point to when we like actually start fighting. Because yeah, if Jinx goes for Ice Beam, Walrein can never be frozen. Jinx then gets KO'd that turn. Game assumes Walrein is asleep. It'll probably send in Hypno at that point, which is spooks. I suppose we could also just pre-burn Walrein. Because it's like, okay, how much damage does Rock Slide do to Gengar? Because Black Sludge restores like 1/8 of its HP, doesn't it? Or is it a 16th? Please be a 16th. Please just be leftovers. 1/16th. Okay, cool. So, let's see. 107 divided by 16... 6.6, so it heals 6 HP every turn. Hi, Will. Welcome to stream. We're risking Maisie dropping to 1 HP. Is Vuki. Okay. I think we still give Walrein a Chesto Berry. Because Gengar always dies to Rock Slide, Brine. Dark Void would be awful, though. Or we could burn Walrein, and then, like... Crit Hex never kills. So, in theory, burned Walrein with Citrus Berry should be fine. Once we can get rid of Gengar, we're good. Okay. I think this works. I think we have the line. Oh, I remember why Hypno can stay on the field now. Yeah, if you have all of your Pokemon are pre-statused with something that isn't sleep, Hypno does literally nothing. Honestly, it actually wouldn't be an awful idea to try to figure out a way to bait Hypno in second and then use nothing but like pre-status Pokemon after we can wipe out Gengar. But that's kind of unlikely. I mean, like, 74? No, because I don't have a guaranteed way to get rid of Corviknight. I think that's what I did once. I mean, in theory, I teach Hitmonchan, like... At that point, we just need 2 Pokemon that can kill Gengar, but Unnerve means that we can't use our berries. But I suppose if we pre-status. Never sees KO with Pluck. Feint Attack is a 2-hit KO against Gengar if Sawbuck is pre-poisoned. Wait, hold on. Do we have a really dumb strategy here? We just use Sawsbuck and Hitmonchan? Wait, hold on. No, it's too dumb. It's too dumb. Yeah, no, like... but anything that would bait in Hypno would probably also bait in Jinx. Yeah, it has a higher special attack stat and is faster. It's a funny thought. I just don't think I have the right Pokemon to do the bait right. We continue on our current line. So yeah. Pre-burn... If I recall correctly, the line was to bait Jinx, then Hypno. I see. And at that point, it's like, well, we're already so far down the line. Like, okay. Pre-burn. Waller. Equip Waller with Citrus Berry. Your lane is probably good too. I'd like to think so. I think we did pretty good here. Which is shocking with how awful this whole thing has been. So yeah, use Rock Slide. Because at this point, Sawsbuck is asleep, so it's baiting Dream Eater from Gengar. We actually have to pre-damage Sawsbuck by a lot. That's fine though. Because we don't care. Yeah, okay, so we just pre-damage down to 44. Because we do that on the turn that Corviknight gets KO'd by Arcanine, so we don't have to worry about it taking Ice Beam from Jinx. It then baits Ice Beam or Dream Eater, honestly. And Dream Eater, but then we swap to Walrein. Yeah, so we don't need to pre-damage to 104, we need to pre-damage to 44. I'm glad I caught that. That would have been rough. Okay. Use R-Slide. Because, yeah, KO Corv with Flamethrower, swap Toge with Saws. Swap Saws with Waller. At this point, because yes, we do have double battles calcs, Jinx always dies to Rock Slide, but Jinx won't notice that as long as it gets baited in second slot, which it will. Yeah. And at that point, no one is asleep while Rain is burnt. Like, I'm pretty sure it's almost, well, because, okay, does Hypno calculate as being able to do damage with Dream Eater if I'm burned? Like, is it capable of seeing that if it knows that we are statused and thus cannot be put to sleep? For switching AI, yes. Okay. So it will swap to Hypno. And it'll almost guaranteed go for Dark Void. But thankfully, Arcanine is faster than Hypno. Arcanine is faster than Hypno. Yeah. And Walrein is pre-burned. So, if Gengar goes for Hypnosis on Arcanine, Arcanine then wakes back up, gets off its Rock Slide. Walrein is able to secure Brine because it'll be burned, so it can't be put to sleep. It is immune to Hypno. And then if Hypno uses Dark Void and knocks Arcanine to sleep, That's fine. We then swap Arcanine out for Lucario, who should be able to, assuming Lucario is a special attacker, we pre-burn him, takes all of Persian's moves really well, KOs it with Aura Sphere basically guaranteed. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Use R-Slide, swap Saws with Waller. Swap to Gang and Hippen. Use R-Slide. KO Gang with Brine. Swap to hers and Hippen. Swap Arca with Luca. Use fucking, I don't know, man, like, honestly, Persian's really fast. Yeah. So you know what? We get that really fast Persian with a freaking, like, Icy Wind. Breaks its Focus Sash, slows it down. Yeah, okay. There's also a chance that Persian goes for Fake Out on Walrein. It'll probably go for Dream Eater on Arcanine? Well, no, 'cause it won't see kill on Arcanine. Basically guaranteed not. Yeah. Swap Arca with Luca. Oh wait, is Icy Wind a spread move? It is. Ooh. Not use Icky Wind. There we go. Use Icy Wind. I wind. KO Persian with... Sorry, hold on. Did I make sure to write? Pre-burn Luca. KO Persian with... This is going to be my new favorite acronym to write. KO Persian with a sphere. There we go. Use I Wind. Default dance on... Wait, sorry. Swap to Hippen. Default dance on Hypno. Kill Hypno. we can figure it out from there. This is such a dumb line. And what pisses me off the most is I think it's perfectly consistent. Like, I suppose there's maybe a world where, like, Gengar uses Substitute, maybe? I think we're pretty good, though. So yeah, we just have to pre-sleep Slosbuck, pre-damage Slosbuck to 44, pre-damage Togedemaru to 94, pre-burn Hitmonchan, pre-damage Hitmonchan to 56, pre-burn Walrein, equip Walrein with the Citrus Berry, pre-burn Lucario. Equip Arca with Chesto Berry. But honestly, if it works, I'm gonna be real proud of myself. I genuinely thought this fight was uncalcable. Because just making sure, chat, if Arcanine threatens KO on Jinx, but Jinx is looking at the slot that isn't Arcanine for switch in, Jinx can still switch in, right? I want an orb emote, then get yourself an orb emote. You literally know, like, the emote artist. Gamer, come on. Seize control of your own destiny. Gun butter. Yeah, that one. Also, it's funny, Turtle, you know, you did the... Oh, shit, thank you very much for the sub, Will. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh, what was the question? The question was... So... Sorry, playing speed chest. Fucking dork. So, Jinx sees KO on Sawsbuck. It is looking at Sawsbuck's slot for the switch-in. Arcanine can one-hit KO Jinx with Rock Slide. Does that prevent Jinx from switching in? Like, it doesn't, right? Because Jinx only looks at the other slot. Yeah, Jinx only sees one slot. Cool. Epic, even. Okay. And we have you with a Chesto Berry, you with it literally doesn't matter, you with it literally doesn't matter, you with it literally doesn't matter, you with... We're giving you a Citrus Berry, one of our very limited Citrus Berries, to make sure that you are as safe as possible, Walrein. And we are giving... I think Talon only needs an Oran Berry. Okay. Apply status. Sleep. On Noelle. Apply status. Burn. Havara. Apply status. Burn. Honestly, truly, the thing that makes Lucario so miraculous is the fact that by being a special attacker, it's a fighting type that can still get pre-burned without having guts. Okay. You don't need a status. You don't need a status. No, we do need to pre-burn Kethri, actually. Wait, hold up. Hold up what? April, I know you, I've known you could pre-apply statuses in this game, but it's at the Poké Center? Yeah. They have a Harmacy? It's true, they do have a Harmacy. Sometimes you get the burn heal, sometimes you get the holding a lighter directly to your ribcage. Okay, Hamilton. Want to live in this world? You can probably just find like a beautiful transgender who will do that to you. Okay. Give you Chesto. Kethri. Kinda doesn't matter what you're holding. I guess you can keep holding the muscle band. In case we somehow need you to use the muscle band. Sometimes the cure is a bit of poison, like snake venom. Exactly, like snake venom. We don't want Maisie to have anything. Suppose we can give Maisie a Chesto Berry. No, we don't want to give Maisie anything, because Maisie's going to get hit by Pluck. Noel, we don't want to have anything. Havara. Where is Sitwith? Yeah, we only have 26 left. And then Talon, do you already have Oranberry? No, you have Chesto. Okay. Okay, so now for the pre-damage. Tools. Scripting. Load recent script. Pre-damage. So we need Sawsbuck is slot 4. Pre-damage you to 44. Pre-damage. Togatamaru. Just slot 3 to 94. Pre-damage Hitmonchan, which is slot 2 to 56. Because yeah, slow kill is always +9 priority. Highest priority, light screen, and reflect can have is +8. Okay. So, just making sure, running this through my brain. Open with Arcanine and Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan baits Pluck and Hex. Maisie always lives crit Hex and crit Pluck at highest damage rolls. Arcanine uses Flamethrower on Corviknight. The following turn, Arcanine outspeeds Corviknight, KOs it with Flamethrower. We swap to Sawsbuck, who is immune to Hex but is vulnerable to Dream Eater because she's sleeping. In comes Jinx. Wait, just need to make sure, if we are asleep, Sawsbuck is at 44. Fake out. None of Persian's moves see KO on Sawsbuck. So it will not swap to Persian. It will go directly to Jinx, who then sees KO with Dream Eater, as does Gengar, who sees KO with Dream Eater. Both of them will go for either Dream Eater or Ice Beam on Sawsbuck. We use Rock Slide with Hisuian Arcanine, which KOs Jinx. We swap to Walrein. We do about 30 damage to Gengar. At this point, the road is divergent. I think Gengar could go for Substitute, maybe? But I think because of how much damage we deal with Rock Slide, if it goes for Substitute and we break Substitute with Rock Slide, its HP will be low enough for Brine to be to have its doubled power and secure KO on Gengar. At this point, Hypno will have come in. Hypno will probably use Dark Void because that's the only thing it can do, which has a high likelihood to make Arcanine go honk shoo me 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 me, at which point we swap to Lucario, who can then take out the Persian that has just been swapped in. Lucario is burned, so it cannot be sleeped, so Hypno does nothing. I think this is like a perfectly consistent line. Scary thing to say, I know, but also, how the fuck do we have so many people for this? I've been calking this fight for nearly 2 hours. Like, I'm so glad that you're here. Don't you have anything better to do? This is a tease, by the way. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm glad you're having fun. I just had to quote the immortal words of Asriel Dreamer. We're shit talking in chat. Honestly, you know what? As long as y'all are having fun. Okay, Arcanine is in slot 1. Hitmonchan is in slot 2. If left guy glitch happens, we're allowed to reload. I'm not gonna turn on the game music. I'm gonna get some fucking boss fight music. I'm gonna scroll down to freaking Dark Matter Phase 2. Or I could do boss battle with great powers. Hold on. Set that to loop. Fine, I'm shit talking in chat. Okay. Hamilton Catherine, this is such a scuffed. Like, imagine being like, ah, yes, Nuzlocke, this is a good team to enter the fight with. Thoughts of the deranged. So yeah, you definitely, just making sure. Yeah, you never go for Ice Beam and Arcanine for any reason. Okay. And like, you don't somehow see a thing, and you don't somehow see a thing, even if we were asleep. That doesn't matter anyways. Okay. Let's run and bun this fight. We battle together as one team. All right, kids. Gengar, Corviknight, just making sure. Hamilton is facing Gengar. Kethri is facing Corviknight. Hamilton is going to use Flamethrower on Corviknight. We are going to swap Kethri. Hold on. We are going to swap Kethri to Maisie. Maisie always lives crit Hex and crit Pluck. Max rolls with 1 HP. Oh, I thought that True Doubles was the thing that could have left guy blug. Okay. We use Flamethrower. Okay. Maisie is now at 38 HP. Hisuian Arcanine outspeeds Corvisquire, so it doesn't matter that we don't bait KO on it. Hamilton is going to use Flamethrower on Corviknight. Gengar always sees Hex KO on Maisie. Lowest roll for it is 43 damage. We are going to swap Maisie for Noelle Holiday. Because she is a normal type, she takes 0 damage from Hex, a ghost type move. Does not affect Noelle. Hamilton used Flamethrower. Down goes Corviknight. Next, we should see that Jinx sees KO on Noelle. Okay, good. Jinx gets 1-hit KO'd by Rock Slide. We are going to use Rock Slide. We are going to swap Noelle because Gengar sees KO with Dream Eater, Jinx sees KO with Dream Eater or Ice Beam. We'd prefer to see it use Dream Eater, but it shouldn't matter. We are going to swap Noelle for Havara. Havara cannot be Dream Eated. Ice Beam, that's fine. Take at most 10% without crit. One hit KO Jinx. Next should be Hypno. You motherfuckers lied to me. You motherfuckers lied to me. Okay, yeah, Hypno doesn't calc damage because Havara is burned. Alright, Okay. Leave it to the cat to fuck you up. So the thing is, yeah, no, Persian has a nerve. So the issue right now is that Persian is going to go for fake out. I don't know on who. We don't need... I think what I'm going to do... Okay, time to steer. We could go for extreme speed on Persian. I mean, if it gets us with fake out, that's rough. Okay. I think what we do here, we use Rock Slide, we use Brine on Gengar. Okay, that's good. Now we just need to not... Okay, I think that's fine. Vara flinched, which is unfortunate. Okay. Extreme Speed will not be able to kill Persian, but Persian can't go for Fake Out anymore. Dream Eater, Hypnosis, Flail. Gengar is likely to go for Hex. I think we use Rock Slide, swap Havara for Talon. If Talon gets hit with Hex while he's burned, though, that's not good. Oh, yeah, no, if Talon gets hit with Hex while burned, that's actually really, really bad. But we can swap to Noelle. Because, yeah, Gengar definitely sees KO with Hex on Havara, which means it's always going to go for Hex. Persian is going to go for presumably, it could be Hypnosis, it could be Flail. It's kind of hard to say. So yeah, we swap Havara for Noelle. We hope... No. Okay. That's awkward. That's awkward, but not awful. Gengar now sees KO on Noelle. Which means we can stay in with Hamilton. We can spam Rock Slide. Noelle, who is currently... Let me just check. Asleep. Baits Dream Eater from Persian. Okay, Persian doesn't see KO with Dream Eater is the thing. Either way, we are going to swap to Talon, because Gengar is going to use Dream Eater. I think we can pivot back and forth between Noelle and Talon to stall out Gengar until Hamilton wakes up. Come on, Hamilton. That's not good. Talon wasn't affected. Hamilton is fast asleep. We are now at an impasse. Okay. We need to stay in with Hamilton. We are going to use Rock Slide. This is going to get a little scary. We have to land... We're going to KO Persian with Aura Sphere. We can't KO it with Vacuum Wave, right? Yeah, very likely not. We KO Persian with Aura Sphere. Once Persian is down, a nerve is gone. Hamilton immediately eats its Chesto Berry and wakes up. Okay. Hamilton. We're not out of the woods. We're not out of the woods. Persian's down. Hamilton wakes up. Because Hamilton wakes up, it's able to use Rock Slide. We can swap Hamilton for Havara. Even though she's low HP, she has a Citrus Berry. She'll eat it immediately. I think we're good. I think we made it out. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Out comes Hypno. Hypno knows Dream Eater, Dark Void, Nightmare. Yeah. Havara literally cannot take damage from Hypno. Swap in Havara. Talon, the most damage you do to Hypno is with Ice Punch. Hamilton, that's enough, bud. Havara swaps in, immediately procs Citrus. Why not Catherine save the Citrus? Good point. Didn't think about it. Oh, Talon's burned, actually. I did my math bad. Yeah. Aura Sphere is highest damage. Okay. Havara. Brian does the most damage. Oh, wait, you have Super Fang. Yeah, then we use Aura Sphere. I don't like this fight, chat. I don't like that it says Bad Dreams, and it makes me think that Bad Dreams is proccing even though no one's asleep. Okay. Brian plus Aura Sphere should KO. Bad Dreams just showing up to say hi. Honestly, this whole fight was a bad dream. Also, I think I swapped to Havara because Kethri's HP, or Kethri's burned instead of poisoned. So, like, I'm not even sure we would have gotten the KO with Kethri. Golf clapping, well done, thank you. Well steered, thanks. It was flying by the seat of our ass. We once again got really lucky that there were no bad crits. I didn't like that fight. Like... Oh, I would have been risking the crits on Hammy made me tense up. I think it was just the best. It was the best play. We needed Rock Slide to be able to KO Gengar if Hamilton woke up, because otherwise we just risked like Doom spiraling with Hex. Genuinely, I was like, I'm considering like, oh, okay, y'all lied to me. Y'all lied to me about Switch and AI. He didn't literally lie to me, but I was like, there was a part of me that was like, we didn't know how Switch AI worked. We are going to swap out or like reload. But I'm like, no, be honest, April, be honest. And thankfully, I was not punished for my honesty. Come back with a bike. Oh, right this way. Feel nauseous. That's 2 fights in a row we've had to steer. That's... Oh. Alright, well. Guess actually let's remute that. We're done listening to Dark Matter Phase 2. Let's unloop that. Jump like. Yeah, through the Sea of Tai. Fisherman isn't that hard? Good, I need an easy win. Resetting it back to singles. I remembered. And once I beat this fisherman, we've made it back to town. Jesus, Chad. Jesus. But. Check the anchor. Steelworker. Lagging tail. Ooh, slow Del Mines. Oh, switcheroo! So this is how you get lagging tail. Neat. I always wondered about that. So out of curiosity, if I get rid of it... Huh. So it's not even calcing its own halved speed here. There's special switcheroo AI, but if I recall correctly, I think it's just always +7. Good to know. Yeah, so you just want to fight it with something that resists steel moves real good. Ooh. Hold on, baby, why are you so hard to kill? Because, like, what, lagging tail cuts your speed in half? Holder moves last at its priority bracket. Okay, it doesn't affect your speed. It just minimizes your priority bracket. Okay. Damn, Torterra. Fucking calm down, my guy. Cursed Body, Lumberry. Scald, Shadow Ball, Strength Sap, Ring Out. It's like a single roll that doesn't kill. I like those odds enough. As a ghost type, I can't fake out to chip you. Scald, Shadow Ball, Ring Out. Or I could just fight you with Roserade, but maybe I want Ice Fang. Jesus, Barraskewda. At least it doesn't. Really? Did we accidentally jump back into Dark Matter Phase 2? Funny. I don't need to be holding an item for Switcheroo to go off, right? Fails if either the user or the target is holding Male or Z Crystal. If neither is holding an item, if the user is trying to give or take the Mega Stone, or from the species that can Mega Evolve with it, or if the user is trying to give or take a Blue Orb Rival from Chrysius Orb Plate, Drive, Memory, to or from Kyogre Groudon Giratina. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you don't need to have a held item. Okay, Barraskewda gets its shit wrecked by Electros. Drill Run. Can I beat you with an electric type? Potentially with Togedemaru. Cursed Body's a little spooks, but... Because you always go for Ice Fang, which Togedemaru tanks and then baits Drill Run. I've always given him a little present for being kind and giving the Lagging Tail, but if you want to be a bit of a Scrooge, I guess you don't have to. That's fair. Look, I'm haggard after that last fight. My holiday spirit's in shambles. 1 second. Checking things. Fuck yeah. Banger alert. Oh yeah, Brush 6 gets absolutely rocked by Torterra. I'll pick a Strong Jaw, Water Gem. Oh, okay, that boosted Ice Fang is also, like, only with a gem. Because if I'm correct, Cursed Body does not require contact moves, right? It just happens. If this Pokemon is hit by an attack, there's a 30% chance that move gets disabled unless one of the attacker's moves is already disabled. Huh. Okay. So, I can, in theory, fight Jellicent by turn 1 Giga Drain, turn 2 Seed Bomb. And if we pre-poison, we don't need to worry. Well, even if we get burned, like... it's still likely a 2-hit KO. What's Scald Burn chance? It's like 30% still, right? %30 chance, target thaws out if it's frozen. Funny. Here's a dumb question. If I'm burnt, or if I'm frozen, and I get thawed out by Scald, I don't then get re-frozen, do I? I'll say. Switch over. Oh, it's Uru. Trick switcheroo. If yeah, it's holding Toxic Orb, Flame Orb, or Black Sludge. Chance for 50, chance for +6, chance for +7. If it's holding Lagging Tail, Iron Ball, or Sticky Barb, it is always +7, otherwise +5. Ice Fang is crazy. Okay, yeah, Barraskewda, after it, like, loses its Ice Gem, gets beat pretty handily by... Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we Seed Bomb turn 1, and then we Giga Drain turn 2 if we have to. That's how it goes. Also, I'm just gonna... boop. Fisherman... Andrew. Notes. Opens. Oop. Opens. Gel. Your highest damage move is basically guaranteed to be Shadow Ball. Ring Out doesn't do that much. Yeah. I think we use Roserade for Jellicent. And then use Torterra for Brush 6. Because as long as we don't bait Crunch, Brush 6 can never kill Torterra. Even then, I don't think it can. Like, highest damage on there is 93. Highest damage Crunch is 39. Yeah. We're good. Hell, we can even use Giga Drain if we wanted to be a little greedy. We actually might lose more HP than we gain with that. So what we do is we fight Jellicent, we bring Roserade. If we get Curse Bodied, turn 1, because we don't care about getting Scalded. Because if we get burned, it's fine, we're a special attacker. Because it'll never go for Strength Sap if it sees that we KO it, right? Likely to go for Shadow Ball. Well, we could also beat it with Noelle, actually. Horn Leech and Feint Attack to hit KO it pretty easy. And it goes for Ring Out instead of Scald. Give Noelle the Muscle Band just to make sure. No, I like this actually. Open with Saws. Use F. Attack. KO with H. Leech. Swap to... I assume Barrascuda, right? Yeah, if we take any damage. Even then, I don't think there's anything that would do more damage than Barrascuda. 97, yeah. So, swaps to Barrascuda. Barrascuda's gonna go for Ice Fang. Damn, it's frustrating. We could one-hit KO it. Goes for Ice Fang, swap to Maisie, baits Drill Runs, swap to E-Electric, we always live, crit Liquidation. Okay. Swap to Toge. Swap to Ely. One hit KO with Discharge. Swap to... Probably not Brushix. Probably Delmise. As long as it doesn't see KO. Steelworker Liking Tail. Because Steelworker just boosts the damage of its Steel type moves, right? But, like, it's already calced into it, so. Offensive stat is multiplied by 1.5 when using a Steel-type attack. Jesus! Because it's like... It's hard to tell if it would go for Switcheroo turn 1, right? We would need something that tanks all of its moves really well. Which I don't want to say is Arcanine, but it's kind of Arcanine. Because, like, assuming... Okay, well, hold on. First, let's grab... Yeah, because Toge doesn't take Shadow Claw very well. Like 50%? Well, not 50%. So assuming Barraskewda never crits with Liquidation the turn it gets to hit, then we're always safe to, theoretically, there's a 1 in 5 chance it doesn't go for Switcheroo and instead goes for just highest damage move. Grassy Glide, Shadow Claw. So the funny thing is actually that, yeah, our best swap here would be back to Noelle. Which I think is kind of safe, right? Swap to Noelle, take no damage from Shadow Claw, take Grassy Glide perfectly fine. We KO'd Jellicent with a healing move, so we should be at near full HP. Yeah, and we just kind of swap around a bit until we see, like, or until it uses Switcheroo. Because, like, at that point, its highest damage move is Iron Head. And then it goes for, presumably, Shadow Claw, actually. So we can actually kind of swap back and forth between Sawsbuck and Togedemaru for a bit. And then for the actual KO... that's right, you're a grass type. Hidden Power Ice does a lot. I need to be able to guarantee that I switch it on a Grassy Glide, though. And even then... I mean, as long as it gets off a couple Iron Heads into Togedemaru, actually. Would need to take... Lowest Hidden Power Ice is 74. Has 115 HP. Divided by 8 is 14. 115 minus 14 twice is 87. Would need to get 3 Iron Head bonks into Togedemaru. Math is too awkward. His punch is nice, but... Steelworker, Lagging Tail. We could probably 1v1 it with Torterra, honestly. Like, Iron Head flinches are annoying, but we can just kind of stall it out of Iron Heads with, like, Synthesis. Well, Iron Head does a lot, though. Octillery takes way too much from Grassy Glide. Talonflame does a lot. So yeah, what? Swap to Sawsbuck. Swap to Togedemaru. Swap to Sawsbuck. That could work. And then... Okay. Because Sawsbuck takes no damage from Shadow Claw. Swap to... I suppose we do need to keep in mind once we get the Lagging Tail off of it, though. We kind of need to make sure that it doesn't then... Well, actually, no. I don't think it can ever go for... Okay, yeah, it can never go for Switcheroo after it switcheroos off our... or after it switcheroos off its own Lagging Tail. Because it'll always be at +5 after that. Okay. Yeah. Swap to Dell. Swap to leave against electric. It's going to be Grassy Glide or Shadow Claw. So yeah, swap to Noelle, and then swap back and forth to Togedemaru. Swap back and forth between Saz and Toge until it takes 2 ticks of iron barbs and has used Switcheroo. I'm sorry, Switcheroo. Swap to Tallow. KO with Acrobatics. Swap to Bruxish. Okay. And then against Talonflame, it goes for either Psychic Fangs or Aqua Jet, both of which Torterra takes really well. Do we even need Miracle Seed? I think I'm gonna go now. It's late. That's fair, Rose. Thanks for hanging out for as long as you did. Have a good night. We do always KO without a held item. It should be fine. We'll give Torterra a Pecha Berry, just in case something crazy happens with Poison Fangs. Because none of... Oh, can Psychic Fangs flinch, actually? This attack does not miss, and it breaks. Okay, but it doesn't flinch. Yeah, so we should be fine. Swap to Tort. OHKO with Sabomba. Sabomba. I'm here to say goodbye as well. Well, thanks for hanging out, Volt. I don't know if you've been here the entire time or not, but regardless, I hope you had a good night. Okay. So, Talonflame, Torterra. Lurked? Well, I appreciate the lurk. Okay, so let's just bring another Pokemon that's good for doing the Togedemaru thing. I think we can bring Talon because he's relatively bulky, takes Iron Head well, and then baits Shadow Claw for back into Noelle. Got way into a new game. Oh, shit, well, I mean, I'd like to ask you about it, but I know you're leaving. Which is not meant to be a guilt trip, let it be known. Yeah, so I don't think Sawsbuck needs to hold anything. Yeah, I suppose we can give Sawsbuck and Togedemaru an Oranberry. Because even if Delmise gets an Oranberry in the Switcheroo, it won't bring its HP low enough to benefit from it. Grassy Glide, Shadow Claw, Iron Head, yeah. Is Grassy Glide only priority in grassy terrain? Not that it matters, but... Oh, its priority is increased. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so this should work. So these three will just have Oranberries. Talonflame holds nothing because it's Talonflame. Torterra will hold a Pecha Berry. Talon can also hold an Oranberry. Okay. Aethermancer, which incidentally is the sequel to the game I was talking about before. Oh, what do you do in Aethermancer? It sounds like a wizard game, but what do I know? Okay. Noelle Holiday. Get up there. Hamilton, you get to take a rest after that last battle. And hey, we get to actually use Jane for once. Monster Tamer roguelike. Ooh, I like Monster Tamers and roguelikes. I'm gonna say I have to check it out, but I probably won't check it out. But like, it's nothing personnel kit. It sounds cool though. Okay, so we give a Pecha Berry to my turtle. Scalpel, why are you holding an item? Receive the Oran Berry, that makes sense. Give Noelle Oran. Give Maisie Oran. Give Jane Oran. Talon, are you already holding an Oran Berry? You are. That's a good dog. Makes me happy to get my brand new dog and bring him to all 3 fights, not even out of favoritism. Just being a steel type is really nice. Do check out Monster Sanctuary first. Let Aethermancer develop in EA first. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so are they made by the same devs or... Sorry. Yeah, sequel to the game I was talking about. Okay, cool. Fuck it. I need a game to play when I'm not streaming, if I'm being real. It's time, kids. It's Pokemon, but more. I'm about ready to finally leave Cycling Road, chat. So let's pop a sick-ass wheelie. And go home. Also Metroidvania, which is just so neat. Honestly, a Metroidvania, because in a way you could argue that a Creature Collector is kind of a Metroidvania in and of itself. Okay. I'm just going to, we'll use actual game music for this fight. So, the strategy. Open with Sawsbuck against Jellicent. The most damage Jellicent can do is with Ring Out. We use Feint Attack. Oh, that's right. We wanted to give Sawsbuck the Muscle Band, maybe. Okay, we don't give Sawsbuck the Muscle Band. I think we're fine. There's a very low chance that Feint Attack and Horn Leech don't 2-hit KO. I think they would both need to min roll, and even then, like, we just plink it a 3rd time. Yeah. Ooh, hold on, let me make sure I'm at 1-9. Okay, Ring Out actually does more damage than I thought it did. Not by a lot, though. So we use Feint Attack turn 1, Horn Leech turn 2, so we heal as much as possible. Then in should come Barrascuda, which should probably CKO with Ice Fang. Either way, it's highest damage Mon, and it's also faster than us. We swap to Togedemaru, who takes Ice Fang really well. It baits Drill Run. We swap to Electros, who takes no damage from Drill Run. It goes for Liquidation. We go for Discharge. We always live. Crit Liquidation. We get off Discharge. In should come Delmise, because Brushix sees... Well, actually, it outspeeds us. Okay, Brushix might come in 3rd. That's fine. It just means that we swap to Torterra 1 turn sooner. If Brushix comes in, we swap to Torterra. We use Seed Bomb once and kill it. Wait. Yeah, because we don't need Miracle Seed. Hold on, let me just... Export, import. Yeah, we always 1-hit KO with Seed Bomb. I gave you a Pecha Berry, right? I know I did, but you know me. Yeah. Okay. We 1-hit KO Brushix. Then in comes Delmise. Delmise would go for presumably any move against Torterra. So we would swap to Lucario. It'd probably go for Iron Head, which Lucario takes really well. And then Lucario baits Shadow Claw, and then we start doing the switch chain where it's Noelle, Maisie, Noelle, Maisie, until it is hit Maisie twice with Iron Head, and then we swap in Talonflame to secure KO after it's used Switcheroo. So chat, Lagging Tail is such a nice upgrade you don't even understand. There is a shocking amount of utility that comes from going slow in your priority bracket because it fiddles with Switch and AI. Okay. We use Feint Attack. Jellicent is going to go for Ring Out. It is a move that does damage based on our current HP. It went for Scald. Huh. I guess that's maybe because Scald always has a chance to burn? Well, thankfully Scald didn't burn, so we weren't punished. We now KO with Horn Leech. And we heal off all that damage we just took. Next comes Barraskewda. Delmise. Because it sees getting one hit KO'd with Horn Leech. That's funny. Okay, this is also fine, I think. Yeah. So it's going to go for Iron Head. We are going to swap to Maisie. It's going to go for Iron Head or Switcheroo. Went for Iron Head. It has taken its first tick of Maisie damage. It is now going to go for Shadow Claw. We are going to swap back to Noelle. Or it could go for Switcheroo. We would love to see Switcheroo. I'm glad the line was entirely wrong. Yeah, no, I think it's because I didn't account for the fact that Barraskewda also sees that it gets one hit KO'd by Sawsbuck. Because I assumed because, yeah, I guess even though it outspeeds us, it doesn't care. Well, no, it doesn't one hit KO, actually. That's right. I actually should have taken more damage. Goofy as hell. We swap back to Maisie. Switcheroo. Okay. The heist has been completed. Have you tried just taking more damage? You know, I think I kind of did, technically. So now it should never use Switcheroo again. It's going to go for Shadow Claw. We swap to Noelle. It'll go for Iron Head. We swap to Maisie. Bonk. Okay. It's going to go for Shadow Claw. Talonflame takes a chunk of damage from that, but not enough to crit kill it, and Talonflame always KOs with Acrobatics. So... well, actually, hold on. Iron Head... yeah, no, Iron Head does less damage. I think just to make this a little safer, we're going to swap to Noelle first on Shadow Claw. And then swap into Talonflame, who takes less damage from Iron Head. Yeah. Yeah, it only takes a max of 30% from Iron Head. Gonna go for real. Later, Volt Flare. Okay. So now we swap to Scalpel. Bonk. And hey, if it burns itself, even better. Nice. Next is probably gonna be Barraskewda, I imagine. Which is awkward. Okay. Yeah, so I need to be a little smart about this. Out comes Barraskewda. Against Talonflame, it sees KO with Liquidation and only Liquidation. We don't want to do that in Maisie. Noelle's at full HP. So we can swap into Noelle, take Liquidation, should then bait the Ice Fang into Maisie to use up the Ice Gem. Because Ice Fang, even with its current boost, only sees a max of 53 damage. Liquidation always sees KO. Shift to Noelle. Goes for liquidation. Good. No crit. No defense drop. Ice Fang's lowest roll is 98 damage, so it always goes for Ice Fang. Okay, we're back online. We swap to Maisie, who always survives crit Ice Fang. It no longer has Ice Gem. Fun as it would be to use Fake Out, there's no point. Because, yeah, Electros always kills from max HP. It's going to go for Drill Run, just making sure. Hold on, against Maisie. Ooh. It could go for Liquidation. That's not great. Shit. Okay, hold on. Yeah, at our current HP. There's also no liquidation roll that doesn't show kill. If we get Ice Fang Freeze, that could also be bad. We could do kind of an elaborate switch around where we swap to Sawsbuck. Takes both moves really well. Swap to Talon. Wow, Talon, you take Driller really good. Yeah, even a crit Drill Run doesn't kill you. That's crazy. Because Noelle has 87% HP. Crit Drill Run doesn't kill, yeah. Because the thing is, if worst case scenario happens to Noelle, it baits random move, which is fine, kinda. Because as long as we swap to Talon, it takes all of those moves really well unless they crit or we get like liquidation defense drop. But it should be then good. It's much more consistent to swap to Noelle than Talon than Jane, I think. Yeah, highest damage. Swap to Noelle. Goes for Drill Run. Okay. We are at 66 HP. It sees exact KO with Ice Fang. Okay, we're back online. We swap to Talon. Doesn't matter if Talon gets frozen. Highest damage move on Talon is Drill Run. We can now safely swap to Jane. The Mirthful Wipe. Okay. We are slower than Barraskewda, so it's going to do some damage to us. But we always live crit liquidation, and we always one-hit KO with Discharge. Okay. And I don't believe there's a situation where Brush 6 can ever beat Torterra. Even if we get, like, swap into Crunch, Crunch defense drop. I believe it always goes for Psychic Fangs here. Strong Jaw, Water Gem. Yeah, okay. We always live 2 Psychic Fangs. We're fine. We are fine. There's a part of me that is afraid that we are not fine, but it's okay because we are fine. Seed Bomb 1-hit KOs. I'm tired of Pokemon Run and Bun for the evening. I know it's almost 10. I'm making a joke about how it's like we've not had a single fight go to plan today. Thankfully, we've managed to steer really, really well. But yeah, this was definitely, I think, karmic retribution for me being so pleased with how well we were doing before. But I think we can actually proceed to town now. I'm gonna save in case, like, I secretly get jump scared by the fisherman on the other side of this bike path, but I think we finally made it back to Oldale. Wait. How hard I have fought to get back to fucking Oldale Town. But not just Oldale Town. Not just Oldale Town. Welcome to Petalburg. We have once again acquired complete access to every part of the map. We're on to Norman's Gym. So sadly, chat, I mentioned before, we're not going to be streaming too much this weekend, unfortunately. Tomorrow night, we have dinner with some friends. Friday night, we're off to go see RuPaul's Drag Race live, which is something. And then Saturday, I have another family barbecue with another chunk of my family, so I've got to go do that. But yeah. I'd like to... Oh, hold on. I should see if I have someone I can raid into. I can't be a silly Billy about this. Oh, shit. Hannah's live. Han_Vaughn_Barley. Am I spelling that right? Nice. Thanks so much for hanging out. Tonight's stream was scary. I hope tomorrow's isn't. Please. Please. But yeah, until next time, friends. I've been April, she has been May, you have all been incredible, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good night, folks. Sending out raid. And ending...